Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Ultimate Manifestation Podcast. What's funny is I was about to say welcome to the actors area because I'm doing a couple of podcasts here on a regular basis. And so it's fun because it gives me a chance to really delve into my passions and delve into what I feel like I can share with the rest of the world within my repertoire of gifts. So with that being said, once again, welcome. Today we're discussing the soul's path to perfect manifestation. Okay, and this is something that hits home, that is personal for me because I'm living it right now. And I want to share with you one of the most important aspects of manifestation. So I'm going to give you a story here real quick, and then we'll get into what the actual perfect path for the soul's manifestation is. So I grew up in an environment that was, I guess you could say, starved of financial freedom, starved of financial abundance. And so in doing so, or in having that be the case with the environment that I was in as a youngster, a lot of times money became like this just basically magical fairy tale idea that you could only get, one, if you got lucky, two, I guess 1A, win the lottery, 3, inherited money, 4, something crazy like get hit by somebody rich in your automobile. I'm telling you, it is just bananas. Like, or in my case, make it to the NFL and sign a big contract. So you can imagine how stressful my life would have been with the dominant thought that I only really had so many options to truly create the abundance that I wanted. So as you can imagine, this caused a lot of problems for me growing up and into my adulthood as far as money went. And so, it's amazing how powerful and loving all at the same time the universe is. So I always ask for guidance, always, literally about 1,000 times a day. I will ask for guidance on every single thing that I do because I need to be in the midst. I need to be in alignment of what the divine is doing so I can make sure that not only I'm covered, but my family's covered and everybody else is having everything happen in their highest good. So, I had been praying because I'm like, okay, something's just not right. Yeah, I've manifested money here. And I've done a lot of that, and that's been good, but there's something that feels like it's missing. And so I wanted to dive deeper into manifestation. And I'm like, okay, what's that thing that really kind of basically takes the barrier away from the dam and just allows it, or basically opens the dam up, so to speak, and allows the water to just flush in, the water being the thing that you're desiring to manifest. And so I'm sitting there, and I think I was either in meditation or I was journaling. And I thought about how the previous day I had just, I guess, the normal thought about a couple that used to live next to us. And I thought about them for maybe, I would say, maybe like 30 seconds or so, something like that, nothing too long or too intense, but literally like 30 seconds. I thought about them. And it wasn't like real intense or like I was putting it out to the universe, but I thought about them and I thought about, if they were doing well, like I hope they were doing well. I sent them well wishes. And would you know, literally the next day, this couple pulled up next to me at the stoplight as I was coming from the store, which was like 30 minutes away from, my home. And it was so interesting. And so, we chatted and talked and everything was great and whatnot. And then I started driving. I started to think, I'm like, oh my God, like this is how manifestation is supposed to work. right? And so what I realized from that point on was the reason I wasn't manifesting certain things that I desired was because I wasn't able to allow it. I wasn't able to let go, right? I wasn't able to say, you know what? I'm going to set this thing in place and then add some feeling to it, set the intention, give thanks, and then just let it go and allow it to manifest without worrying about it at all. And so what this basically occurrence helped me to realize is that, and this is great for you as well, when you really desire to manifest something, you have to be sure that you detach from it. And when I say detach, it helps to be able to put your mind on something else, what would be even more amazing. I think that helps the type of people who are like me that really kind of zero in and try to start willing things in, is to find another thing to manifest. See, because then you're zeroed in on that, and then the other thing has the opportunity to manifest itself and come in. So what's interesting is I found that there were a few steps that took place. So when it came to the couple, it wasn't even something that I wanted to manifest, but I'm like, it manifested anyway. So part of me must have desired it to happen, in my consciousness. And so I started to break down, okay, what actually unfolded. And so the intention, basically the thought, I hope they're doing well, and to me, the universe says, okay, to hope that they're doing well means that you want to see them doing well. And I saw them and they were doing well. So that was the intention. And I set the intention genuinely, no strings attached, bada bing, bada boom. And I forgot about it. I didn't think about it anymore the rest of that day. And then sure enough, literally less than 24 hours later, here they are showing up in my existence. And the biggest thing, I believe, I know I'm taking a long time to tell this story, but it's so good. The biggest thing I realized is that the allowance of that manifestation is the key point, the detachment, the idea where if, say, your manifestation was a room, a meeting room, and like there were a group of people working on one particular objective, and all of a sudden you got up, you were the CEO, and you said, you know what? I'm going to let you guys handle it from here. Those guys in the meeting room are like the divine or like the universe. You walk out, you shut the door, you don't think about it. You go into the next meeting room to get the next goal or manifestation rolling. And so that was so valuable. That was so valuable because that showed me that it is possible to manifest anything as long as you don't get attached to it. It's when we get attached to it where it stops it, it slows it down, because you know what? We put out the energy that we don't have faith that the universe can bring it to us. We don't have trust that the God in us can rearrange things to make it make it unfold or manifest to where things happen simultaneously in synchronized order to show up right at the perfect place at the perfect time. And this entire experience taught me that. It's like, you know what? I know why I don't have certain stuff in my life. It's because I'm not trusting. I'm not letting go, shutting the door on the conference room and moving on to somewhere else to allow the manifestation to take place. What I did was I continually put the energy in, put it in, was always peeking in to see what was going or how I was coming along. And it could never get done because I kept interrupting the process as I'm opening the door to the conference room. And the people in the conference room are constantly looking at me, okay, are you going to continue to interrupt us, or are you going to let us finish and bring this to you? And as a whole, we have to stop and say, you know what? Let you guys do your thing. I'm going to go out to lunch. I'm going to go have a good time. I'm going to go to the next thing and put my focus on that so you guys can take care of this. And that's all we need to do, no matter what it is. I once heard the saying that you can manifest $1 or you can manifest $1 million. The only thing that counts is how much resistance, and our resistance is our ability to be able to let go completely and let the universe work and bring that into our existence. And I'm telling you, it works like clockwork. It works like clockwork. It took this type of circumstance for me to see how, like, truthfully and really amazing manifestation can be when it's done on the soul path. And so this leads myself to the title of today. The soul path consists of you tapping into your soul frequency. We talked a little bit about this before, but let's say your soul frequency is love. If you are doing all that you need to be tapped into a state of love, a state of divine love, the path of manifestation will be so easy and effortless for you if you don't have any resistance as to the things that you desire. So let's say you're desiring to manifest a lot of money. So the tricky thing with money is, just like with everything else, you cannot directly focus on the money after you set your intention, because it's going to slow down. It's going to slow down the speed of the money coming to you. But what you can do is you can focus on love, just create a state of love, right? Set the intention for the money that you desire, for the money that you want, okay? And then once you've done that, once you've set the intention for the money to come to manifest for you, let it go. Let it go. And once again, the best thing you can do, the best thing I find that works is set another intention for something else. Let your energy be taken away from that and put it on to something else so that thing can come through, that thing can come alive. And I promise you, this becomes the most absolutely fun, exciting experience you could ever even think of. Like, it becomes a situation that you start to get the hang of how it's actually supposed to be in your life. There's not supposed to be any resistance. If you feel like something will help you express more of the God in you, it's a given that you should have it, no matter if it's money, if it's a car, if it's a career, if it's a relationship, whatever it is, you have the power in the universe to be able to manifest that. And that is so important to know, because once again, it comes back to not putting resistance forth, to set it and then forget it. Set your intention, write it out, focus on it for literally, I mean, if you got to 5, 10, 15, doesn't even have to be that long, but like focus on it long enough to create the energy, to formulate it, and then let it go. Like, feel that energy. The thing with the divine, the most beautiful thing about the divine is that ease is the way of the divine. Comfort, joy, not strain, not force, not like hardcore zero in focus, because then you distort your manifestation. But set that manifestation, like set that focus right away for a short period of time, and then give thanks and let it go. As like, I'm excited for it to show up, and then it will show up because you're not resisting. Okay? And once again, getting back to the soul's path of perfect manifestation, this just comes down to you basically doing a tally of your gifts. And this is a whole nother episode in itself, but getting a tally of your gifts. And even if you only know one right now, think about the things that bring you the most joy. Think about the things that take you to a higher level, a higher vibration, and just dive into those, because those are the things that are going to create the best life for you, because you are at the highest vibration as you're doing them. Even if they don't pay you any money, joy is enough pay, because if you're creating joy in your life, you're going to automatically manifest and attract those things that create more joy. So, a lot of times what we have to see is that the symbols of what we want are only just emotions that we're attempting to feel. Everything begins with a feeling. You want to be wealthy because you want to feel freedom. You want to feel happiness. You want to feel joy. You want to be in a relationship because you want to feel love. You want to feel cared for, and you want a certain job because you want to feel significant. You want to feel important. And you can do those things all in meditation, all in going within and saying, I choose to feel more of this emotion, and watch. your body's going to give it to you. Your mind's going to give it to you. Your soul is going to give it to you. And just feel it. And it starts with the feeling. It starts with the awareness, and then it creates itself into the manifestation. So, with that being said, to wrap it up, guys, once again, keep in mind, no resistance. Allow it to come in. Tap into your soul's frequency. Whatever your soul's frequency is, it's the highest feeling for you. Mine is love. Yours could be joy, yours could be happiness, whatever it is. Tap into that, and then just allow those things to come in and come through you, and just literally enjoy the process, because it's going to be something that's so amazing. I can't even begin to explain it, but implement all this stuff, practice it, make it happen for yourself, because I know that you can do it. I believe in you, and just get out of your own way is all you have to do, and you will see how your life changes through manifestation. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. It has been a pleasure as always. We'll talk soon. Take care.